Russian supersonic anti-ship missile Onyx has successfully passed tests to defeat land-based targets. Onyx, which was conceived as a response to the American JIM-84 Karpan, has long outperformed its competitors. And now, according to its developers, has gained new unique capabilities. We will analyze them in this issue. Missile 3M55 Onyx, adopted for service in 2002, has several key advantages due to the fact that it flies to the target at a height of no more than 15 meters above the surface of the water. Enemy difficult to capture it. Tutomo missile is able to hit targets in the conditions of the strongest possible radio-electronic countermeasures and in the worst weather conditions, in particular at a wave height of up to 7 meters, which for anti-ship missiles of the likely enemy to this day remains an unattainable bar. In addition, Onyx does not need external target designation. Target cruiser type, it sees itself at a range of up to 77 kilometers and small targets such as frigate at least 50. If there was a disadvantage of Onyx, it was a large number of modifications for firing from surface ships separately, for light platforms, for submarines, and for the use of aircraft. To saturate the fleet with them, it was necessary to produce a huge number of different modifications of missiles for storage in warehouses to maintain the necessary stock. It would have been much more convenient to use one universal MODI. Identification suitable for all types of carriers, and now the General Director of the missile's developer and Mashinastroyenia has announced that this has happened. The Onyx is now unified by carrier and, at the same time, by target, which is of particular interest. The difference between anti-ship and land-based missiles lies not only in the targets for which they are used. It is not reduced to the specifics of the operation of equipment in sea conditions. The main problem is that the concept of radio contrast on water and on land is fundamentally different, if only because the hills are not moving anywhere but the sea constantly waves, and the height of waves often reaches 10 and more meters. This forces us to use completely different electronics in land and sea missiles. This means that now we have a truly universal missile that can work equally easily against sea and land targets and can be launched from ships, submarines, or aircraft, or from coastal complexes. This greatly increases the operational flexibility of the Russian Navy, ensuring its close integration into a single complex of armed forces to repel military threats regardless of the direction of their emergence. What it looks like in practice. You can imagine remembering the launching of missile ships of the Caspian flotilla calibers by missile ships for fire support of the Syrian army's ground units. Thus the Project Onyx, which conceived as an answer to subsonic American anti-ship missiles Harpoon, in fact surpassed, and the entire family of Tomahawk cruise missiles, something similar Pentagon promises to create no earlier than 2032. That time, as in Russia, this miracle is already mass-produced and is in service.